Back in the shop again. That's right. Find out right after this. Yeah, I'm right over there, getting repaired. I got a little story to tell. Kind of crazy story. And what happened to me yesterday at another shop. I will sit down here, go over some paperwork with you, and tell you that little story. And welcome back to Pale Rider TV. You know, Wednesday evening, late, we got back to Little Rock at the yard. And the next morning, I wanted to get up and go get the truck serviced and get a couple other issues looked at. I had something wrong with the starter. It was hard to start sometimes. Made a kind of a clicking noise, grinding noise, whatever. So I wanted to get that looked at. Also, my clutch fan clutch, however you want to phrase it, it quit working. That Wednesday, I noticed that the fan was constantly running. Then that night when I got back to the Little Rock yard, I shut the truck off, started it back up, and the fan wouldn't come on at all. So I went Thursday morning, I got up, and I said, well, I'm going to go down here to Wingfoot in Benton, Arkansas, to get the truck serviced and get those other couple things looked at. So I went on down there. This is the Wingfoot right there at the Pilot, right next to the Pilot, exit 121 on 30 in Benton, Arkansas. I've been down there a few times, and I think on one of my older weekly vlogs, I was down there when I needed to get my axle repaired. I've been down there several times for service, brakes, and stuff like that. Never had any problems with it. Never had any problems with the people there, never had any problems with the work or anything like that. And they always treated me fair. So yesterday, I'm down there, they're servicing the truck. I told them everything I wanted to have them checked out. And it's about an hour later, the lady that works for the place there does all the checking out, payments and everything. She said, okay, you're ready to go. It'll be so and so dollars. I said, really? She said, yeah, you're finished. I said, well, what about that other stuff? And the mechanic that did the service happened to be standing there, and he was, well, we couldn't find anything. I said, well, what did you check? He goes, well, the batteries are good, the wiring is good. We couldn't find anything wrong with the starter. And as far as the engine fan, I cranked it up and tried to get it up to temperature. But the fan wouldn't come on. It wouldn't get, the engine wouldn't get hot enough for the fan to come on. I said, I know. The fan's not going to come on because it's not working. I told you that this morning when I came in there. So I said, okay, well, let me go back out here and check and look around and everything. So about an hour later, this other mechanic, I was going to call him Blondie. I'm not going to give out any names. I'm going to call him Blondie, just something to call him. He comes in there and said, man, there's nothing wrong. I was trying to hook the computer to it, which they called the J-Pro, some kind of computer system that they have. They plug into the truck. They said, well, we plugged into the truck and we couldn't get any kind of reading off of your truck or anything. I said, well, you need to find out why you can't get a reading off the truck. Maybe it's your software or something. No, it's not our software. I said, well, you know, I come down here and get service wasn't the main reason I came down here. The main reason was to get all this other stuff looked at and fixed, repaired or whatever. And he started going crazy. I don't even remember what he was saying exactly, but then I just said, just, all right, chill out, never mind, forget it. I'm done talking to you. I just go ahead and pay for my service and get out of here. So she told me the price of the service, which was service and the other stuff, that looking stuff. It charged me $496, and hook the computer up was like $70, and it couldn't even get it to work right. So I was just so aggravated. I said, never mind, I'll just pay it and I'll get out of here. I'll take my truck to a shop that knows what they're doing. I think that made him mad, because he asked me, was I with Central Maintenance or something. That's the maintenance department there at CalArc of Central Holland. I said, no, that's my truck. I paid off that truck and it's mine. I own the title. He said, well, I was just checking because I don't want you coming back here ever again. I was like, that's real professional to talk to a long-time customer like that and tell them to never come back again. But I just like, I couldn't believe it. I didn't get mad. I didn't get angry or anything like that. I just like, I told that lady, I said, that was kind of rude. That wasn't very professional of him. And she agreed with me. She said, no, that wasn't. So I paid him off, got out of there, and just left. I just went and left. So I went back to the yard there in CalArc, to the shop, to see if maybe they could fix it, because they were the ones that worked on my turbo there last month. And they're so backed up. They have a lot of new trucks coming in there. You know, they got to get them, they got to put the Qualcomm in, they got to set them up, get all the letters and everything on them. So they were backed up. They probably wouldn't have got to look at the truck until Monday, I think they said. I said, well, dang, what am I going to do now? I got to get this other stuff fixed. I said, well, I know a place. I've been before. I've been there a lot of times. I've always been treated fair. Plus, the labor rates, I found out, are cheaper than what they were down at Wingfoot. A lot cheaper. So I came down to the Summit Truck Group, or they were formerly known as Diamond International, down in North Little Rock. Right across the interstate from the Petro and the Pilot and everything over there. So I brought that in, let's see, last night. It was kind of late, I don't know, 5 or 6 or something. And they said, well, we can't get to it tonight, so we'll get to it in the morning to see what's wrong with it. So, all right, so I went across the street over here, got up in the hotel room, came back this morning, truck was in the shop. They were already checking it out. So a couple hours ago, I got the estimate on the truck. Now here's what's wrong. Same thing that I figured was wrong with it. See, the engine clutch fan, inoperable, hard to start. See, they diagnosed the intermittent starter, that's inoperable. This is what they're gonna do now. Starter motor replace, modulated fan drive assembly, replace fan clutch solenoid. He told me that the starter solenoid burned up and ended up burning up the fan clutch, or something words to that effect. Well, the total on all this and the labor, $1,561, and I am not complaining about that. But the people at Wingfoot could have had that $1,500, but they chose to get attitude and get nasty with a paying customer. So let that be a lesson to everybody that deals with the public. You never know who you're talking to. That guy probably said, oh, he's just an old truck driver. Well, which I am, but still, you know, it's just, you never know. They think you don't have the money to get it fixed, or can't get the money to get it fixed, but I guess I got it right here, $1,561. take care of that. But that was my little story about my little. But I think it was an hour after I got the estimate. They already have the truck pulled in. It's in the shop now. I just showed you over there. It's in there. 2 guys are on it. Yes, 2 guys are on it. So maybe tonight, I don't know. I'll give it a couple more hours. If it's not going to be ready, I'll go back across the street, get another room, or I'll just wait and see if they get it done, because they close in about 3 hours and 45 minutes. Well, if they're not ready by then, or a couple hours, I just go across the street. They'll be ready tomorrow, no problem. So I'm not even sweating it. I'm not stressing it. Everything is good. They had me some fun at the. I don't think I have ever been told to not come back to a place where I was planning on spending a lot of money. It's kind of funny. But if you're ever down that area, I don't recommend them. I'm not going to say anything mean about them or anything, but I can't recommend anybody to go in there and spend money with when they go talk to somebody like that. But of course, that is my side of the story, which I think is fairly true and true to my knowledge. I'm sure if you talk to Blondie down there, he'll probably give you a whole different story, but that's my story. And I think that's going to be it. I think Walker, Texas Ranger just came on TV, so time for some Walker. So everybody have a good evening and stay safe.